I mean, it's has this been kind of a journey?
Already, yeah,
Has it
it's
really?
been a real journey. Like we decided to do this probably about a month and a half, and then we actually started probably started about a month ago, and this month has been, you know, getting the domain, getting the website up, getting Facebook up, getting actually first getting the business, the LLC, and the taxes, and then we had to get all the contracts. We had to go meet with the Miss Lisa down at the Coliseum, and it's just been a lot, and it's mostly timing type stuff. So I hate waiting, but you already know stuff like this. You're gonna be waiting on
Oh,
people.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So all that's been going on, and now it's really time to start pushing for our sponsors and vendors. We got competitions semi in place, so we we're ready to get this thing started. So looking at all the different limbs of this thing, you know what I mean? Because you have the event, you have marketing, you have the show, you have audio visual, you have
Yeah.
all these things, you know what I mean? And things within things, we have to regulate. And I'm sitting here trying to organize and put it in place so I can check mark as I go. So
I got the yellow ribbon. So, it's okay. How many times did you sit back just relaxing? Understand movements coming in, yeah, we got the packs in. I don't really wanna see no more traffic. Last pack just came in, let's get it out quick.
I had a hard
Wanna be okay, wanna be alright.
Of course, number of
Wanna see the world.
gotcha.
All right, guys. We're here with Richard Hawthorne. Got some crazy, exciting news, new journey. He's here to talk about the Bridge Expo
Bridge Expo
2022.
2022.
So, when did this come to you? Like, so the Bridge Expo, this is a mental health fitness expo.
Yes.
Have me in fitness. So, how do you break it down in smaller terms?
Well, first let's start off with what it is.
Okay, I'll take you on that one.
Okay, so at Expo, a lot of people know of what's that, Comic-Con, the comic book expos
Comic-Con.
and
That's like that Pop One podcast boys. That's what they do.
yeah, so what it is everything fitness. A fitness expo is everything fitness. So you have multiple competitions going on, but also you have vendors. So everything fitness, they're selling everything fitness. But in this expo, it'll be mental health and fitness. So it can be pretty much anything as far as vendors. They're going to be there showing their new products, giving out apparel, new equipment, anything, So you're going to have your vendors, you're going to have your competitions, as well as having your entertainment. So we're planning to bring some pretty good entertainment here from Vegas and other places as well. We're hoping that we can pull that off. It's going to be a first time thing, so we're just making sure that we can do what we need to do first, and then make sure we can bring in the entertainment that we want to bring in. So it's going to be a show within the show, and the energy that we're bringing is the Southern Mardi Gras feel. So what most people that's in fitness, they know what the Arnold Classic is, the Arnold Classic Festival. Okay. Arnold Classic Festival, they have hundreds of competitions in this convention center. You have thousands of competitors, and then you have thousands of vendors, and like 200,000 people come to these events. in a 4-day span. This year, what we're doing, we're only going to have 1 day because it's the first year, but we want to bring that energy in it, because when people go to the Arnold Classic for the first time, their eyes are open and they're so motivated because they see these athletes in their zone, but also they see these vendors, and what they have is just it's a great energy. People leave these expos and their life is literally changed because they see what's possible, because everybody is normal. You know what I mean? Everybody have to work a 9 to 5 or, have a job and have to work their regular life, but they choose to do something that challenge themselves, you know what I mean, outside of everyday life, and to get to see them involve themselves in a business, whether it's a business or in competition, it's crazy.
So take me through, let's say I'm going in there and you said with the vendors and stuff, so honestly, when you said, like the classic, I'm thinking there's just going to be people lifting weights. Yeah. And I'm not thinking there's going to be any boosts. I'm not thinking that stuff. I'm thinking there's going to be people lifting weights. But so you're saying there's so much more with,
it's so much more.
So you were telling me earlier, you're going to have people, you're going to have vendors that are mental health. I mean,
yes.
You even said, hey, we might even have hair salons.
Yeah. Because everything is, so when it comes to, with saying that mental health, we're donating money to two mental health associations. 30% of all the sponsors, all the vendors, and the mission is going to the mental health organizations. So with that being said, anything that people do to help them feel better about themselves, whether it's getting their nails done, whether it's getting their hair done, whether it's riding a bike, it can be anything. We're going to have those vendors there. Okay. So, it's endless of what kind of vendors we're going to have there for that. And again, like I said, the energy that we're going to hold, and we're going to hold to our vendors, is to bring that Southern Mardi Gras energy. We're throwing apparel, we're throwing little things out, and we're having little competitions within each booth. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a lot of energy, and a lot of motivation, and wanting to be a part of this thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think when, and I keep telling you about the whole fitness thing. I mean, is providing providing that kind of service, you can educate people on fitness. And if you say where you're bringing the vendors, and you're going to have you're going to be lifting on stage. So
with the competitions, we'll have powerlifting. We'll have cross.
What do you think the biggest competition that is going to be centered for the event?
The biggest competition that may be there will be probably CrossFit, but it won't be the center. We won't have a center. We won't have a center competition just yet. We may have a pro meet, as far as have pro lifters coming in, because that's more of a exhibition type thing where people say, okay, I have a friend named Tiny Meeker, and he's going to bench over 1,000 pounds. People gonna be like, whether they like powerlifting or not, they're gonna be like, I want to see this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's fascinating.
That's fascinating. You see what I'm saying? So things like that, that's what we're gonna.
I'm fascinated with deadlift.
Yeah.
I think when you did the classic, I mean, I helped you do the classic. That was kind of cool to see. So you're gonna have similar stuff like that.
Yes.
So guys, what I enjoyed is it's not just one person. There's in the fitness world, there's teams.
Yes.
There's families like that. I mean, a team of 10 competing, and you see like the deadlift. It's crazy, and they're motivating, and it's you're doing medals, trophies.
We're doing all that.
I mean, it's a high energy time. It's high in it, and they take the chalk guys and they smack their hands together. It's got some cool runnings feel to it.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. It's got that.
Cool
runnings.
I got you. I got what you.
So I mean, I know you've done the classic, the Southern Elite Classic in the past. What made Richard go, you know what? I think I'm going to try an expo down here on the coast.
Well, that's what that was the plan all along. So when I had Southern Elite, the Honor Classic, the Southern Elite Classic
Yeah.
was just the intro to this expo. And I was going to have the expo at the gym and in that land behind the gym. So I was going to have multiple competitions going on at that gym. You know what I mean? So having an outside expo. So, sold the gym and then no longer have the gym. So, hey, I still want to do an expo because that's something the coast needs to witness. You know what I mean? This is going to be an annual thing that's going to bring lots of people in. This year, I'm not going to ask my bigger friends in the industry to come down because I want to get things going, but I'm going to have some big name people come down in the years to come in fitness and beyond fitness. You know what I mean? So
I'll tell you right now, I think you can get you a bunch of the fitness energy drink world it's crazy now. We'll get some comments. Like so Boothby said Butler for governor, best podcast ever. Cody Crane, couple of subs, says crawfish and beer. What's up, buddy? Anthony, crawfish and beer. Preston's Pop One. That's what's telling you about Pop One podcast.
Okay.
He leads the intro. He's big in Comic-Con, Pensacola Con. They Fat Cats Collectible. He does every Wednesday. He does. So he'll go get like gaming cards.
That's what's up.
And he opens them and you can buy a pack from him and you can enter to win and he'll pull like $500 cards. But they're big into the Comic-Con world. So similar. Yeah, I can see where you're going with
exactly. And I know they know just what kind of energy that is. That's exciting. And you get to see people that you probably follow on. Most of the time you get to see people you follow on Instagram. You know what I mean? He
might be good at giving you some feedback on some stuff because they'll sit together at a table and play these games these card games that I'm like, what are y'all doing? and it's like successful.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll bring a crowd of people playing card games and I don't know how they win, how they lose. I guess it's kind of like War. That's the only game I played growing up. We played War.
Yeah.
But I can see the fitness would be kind of cool to like, for me, seeing the fitness would be seeing everything, like all different types of fitness.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of cool to see like, of course, an easier route. You know what I mean? Will there be somebody that's got the 7-day plan? Change your life in 7 days.
Most of the time you don't get those. You don't get those at those expos,
So you're saying right now that we're not going to have a fitness company that comes and says you're going to lose 30 pounds in 7 days.
I doubt it.
Okay. No info.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't want that energy either. I want the truth,
So you want your goal for this expo would be educational. It would be trying to shed light and then also put on one hell of a show.
So yes. So the reason why I call it the bridge, because the main reason is because bridging the gap between the mind and the body. Okay. So that's what this, like I said, it's all
going
about
to the core strong right now, ain't we?
It's all, you already know, it's all connected. So you know how it works. But it's bridging the mind and body back together. Okay. A lot of people may know, a lot of people may not know that simple fact that an active body is an active mind. An active mind tends to always lead to an active body. So learning abilities, when you're active, physically, you're a lot amped to be a lot more smarter, catch on things a lot quicker. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So the whole thing is COVID hit, COVID hit and it hit.
What is COVID?
Yeah, right. COVID hit everybody hard, whether it was, being home isolated by yourself, whether it hit you financially and you was out of a job, whether it hit you with one of your loved ones passing away alone in the hospital because you couldn't get, you couldn't go see them. You see what I'm saying? It hit everybody hard and everybody had some type of inner thing that they had to work with. You know what I mean? So everybody mind has shifted, whether they know it or not, in that strand. So we're getting on the other side of this thing, and now it's time to show people, especially with this expo, like the mindset of people who are lifting or who are competing in some form of fashion, whether it be shooting pool, BJJ, whether it's archery, wrestling, when you get into these facility or getting to these expos, whether it's, fitness or, Comic-Con or whatever, when you have all that energy of the same energy, physical energy or whatever, you take on that and it really amps you into that ecosystem. You see what I'm saying? And you actually get to look at not just them physically do something, but mentally work themselves through it. And it's like, wow, that is a thing. That is amazing. And that's what motivates people, is not the fact that they're doing a physical thing. It's the fact that what they're into, how they're tuning into what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? So that's what captivates people. That's what captivates.
Accomplishment and achievement is a very big thing. I mean, it's a high in itself.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, let's go in everybody, like the first week of working out, horrible. Second week, guys, we can all agree, maybe not do this. But if you can get past that third week and you have that, I remember when I started going, did my whole gym thing, I would do like, you've seen it. I'd go to the gym for 10 minutes a day and leave. You know what I mean? Just got in a routine.
Yeah.
I think routine's important, but achievement, accomplishment, that kind of getting to the next level, that trophy can be $1. It's not about the price of the trophy. It's about getting that trophy. You see that in golf. You see that, in motorsports. Cody Crane just said maybe some kid events. I know he does.
Definitely.
He does a lot of stuff with his boy, but kid events. Yeah, yes. Cody, they're definitely gonna have that.
Oh yes, this is gonna be a family oriented.
And that's what that's how you are about stuff. But I see that with the peak dress run. I mean, we look at the time trials and just the medal. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's people that just come to win the medal. They don't care about the cash prize. I mean, this is serious. I mean, just like our best dress contest. I mean, we've had Hugh Snowden win the best dress contest just because he wanted to win, right? He gave us the $500 to donate. He's just like, I don't want the money. I just want it to win. I wanted people to know I was best dressed in a pink dress. I'm gonna mess
him up with this pink dress.
Yeah, but he's like, I don't want the money. Y'all take the money.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's what it's about.
So Ben Brennan, guys, check him out on TikTok. He can dance. He does a pink dress run. He's the one who had the big worm hair. Remember that when he was grooving?
When I can't remember.
He lives over here, but he said he's on his second week right now of working out.
That's what's up.
He definitely check out the Expo.
That's what's up.
I think also too is showing us. I'd love to see some vendors that can educate you on different weights, because now there's I've seen weights that are like pillows. I've seen like bags now, kettlebells. I mean, dumbbells, but they have all these, there's so many different weights, right? Mm-hmm. So a person like me walk in, I get intimidated. If I go to the locals fitness center, I don't care, Walmart, wherever, to buy some weights. Because a lot of people now with COVID have been trying to work out at home if they can. You're seeing a development of people buying stuff to do more online classes. Mm-hmm. Will they be a person there to kind of educate you on what you need to be? Or could you pick, will they have a weight company there that can kind of.
So again, it's going to be a various different strand of vendors. I mean, like I said, anything mental health, anything fitness, whether it's equipment, whether it's checking your BMI, whether it's checking your colon. I mean, it's
be a good one.
It's everything.
Run Try be a good one.
Run Try.
They test my feet for the hookahs and stuff. Shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, they had that machine where they test your feet. Yes. Shad has one of the machines too, where it gets to text the body weight and stuff.
Yep. The BMI. Yep.
That is kind of fascinating. That's fascinating for me to get educated on stuff that I haven't.
Yes.
Because I'll tell you right now, I'll walk into Shad's store. I don't know what I'm doing, right? You know what I mean? It's serious. I don't know what I'm.
Yeah.
If you're not in that world,
it just like with anything else.
Yeah.
If you're not in that.
But in the fitness world, if it's New Year's resolution or get out of a relationship, I mean, you ever see somebody you rarely see a happy dating guy to a single guy stay completely perfect in their physique. You see a lot of guys that get comfortable in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
And then when they get single, then you see the fitness workout, and then you see the determination.
And that's what a lot females and males, you know what I mean? You're
I'm just saying everybody. Right? I'm just putting everybody in the category.
Yeah.
But it is fit. I think what I will say that, the fitness world, like an expo and educating and stuff would be good to, show people what they're capable of, what they could possibly achieve.
It's going to show all different walks of life. So and even when you're talking now, you're still looking at it almost in a box. You know what I mean? You looking at everyday people that's competing. When you think powerlifting, you don't think of an 80-year-old woman, do you?
No.
When you come to my meet, you see older people lifting, and you see families, and that's just powerlifting. We're not talking about CrossFit. We're not talking about ballroom dancing. I'm planning to have ballroom dancing. Everything.
Hold on, stop. What did you say?
Yes. Everything fitness, ballroom dancing, everything fitness. This is not a box. This is everybody, everyday people.
So you see what I'm saying? So for this expo, you're breaking out the.
But that's what that.
Have they ever had an expo like this?
Yeah. So on a classic, they have jump rope. They have pole dancing. They have hundreds of events. Anything physical. You see what I'm saying? This is something all walks of life, not just from the States. You have people across the world coming to these events. You see what I'm saying? This is not just a box. Oh, I'm going to lift. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is anything where you get up, whether you go outside and walk or whether you go kayak, whatever. It's any and all thing fitness and mental health. So this is not a box. This is everyday people doing what they love physically.
Will you be competing in this?
Oh no, of course not. I can't.
You can't. You're not doing it.
Yeah, I can't. This is my.
So
my
new
event.
listeners that haven't known Richard's story. Richard's been a power lifter for I would say, how many years, Richard?
20
years. He's broke some records. What was your record breaker?
My biggest accomplishment that everybody talks about is I did become pound for pound strongest person in the world.
And what was the weight at that?
I was 130 and I lifted 1471. I was the first person to ever lift 11 times their body weight in history.
So you got a guy that's putting on this expo that actually is live this world. I mean, 20 years has been fitness for you. And I know mental health is huge for you. You're in it every day. And you see that when you work with your clients and
yes.
So it is important. I could see this is something that you're passionate about. And my whole point with this is that you're this ain't a money grab. This is about putting on an event and bringing people together and making an impact.
Yes.
We would say, right?
Yep.
Like
as you know, my background and the things, that I teach when I'm training people, it's all about the mind and body. You can't change the body until the mind change. So my thing is I got to change your mind. It's not the body, So it's all about both of them, because when you get both of them to communicate, then you got something totally different. You know what I mean? So that's where amazing things happen, and I've experienced that firsthand, and where my experience of lifting in front of thousands, hundreds and thousands of people, whatever, where I automatically fell into this realm, and it's like something else was doing these things. And then after I did it, it's like, oh snap, I did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when people, whether it's sales, whether it's lifting, whether it's writing, everybody know when they do something that they enjoy, they're no longer thinking. You know what I mean? The body is just doing. The mind and body is connected together, and then things just come out. And when you finish, you're like, oh man, I did that. You know what I mean? And that's what this is about, is being able to motivate people to see other people do this and get into that realm and be like, oh man, that's a thing. That's awesome. And motivate them to leave this place, leave the expo, and dive into whether it's writing, whether it's selling at their job, selling cars at their job.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's about connecting the mind and body and no longer having to hesitate and think, why you're trying to perform. You see what I'm saying? So
let me go with this one though. This was still in the fitness realm. We got the Expo right there.
Mhm.
What's your take on intermittent fasting? That's what I want to know. What is your take on, because we've talked about this. Me and you I mean, honestly, guys, Richard is a big part of my creative world and like he is a big support behind the scenes. We share ideas, we create together. There's even guys. I got Dominique and Tony in here too. We're all from Cedar Grove. We're born and we're Grove kids, so we're born and raised in St. Martin. And we've always in Cedar Grove. You kind of always stuck together. You have that kind of family. But me and Richard have all, he always shares insights with me. And you kind of broke down a little bit about intermittent fasting to me. But I'd like you to share, a little more about what is intermittent fasting.
Oh, I mean, I believe. And I always say my opinion, but I believe that's how we're supposed to eat anyway.
Okay.
Everybody know when you eat, you automatically get sleepy. Why is that? Because your digestive system is working, and we burn the most energy. We use the most energy when the digestive system is working. So if we're constantly eating all day, we're drained. We're working on the minimum amount of energy. Okay. And not only that, when you eating constantly, even the small meals a day, your digestive system is still working. But when you're eating throughout the day, your body never works on itself. So this is why we're so heavily in disease, because the body is constantly trying to break down food. You know how many hours it is for the body to break down a meal, whether it's small or big? I mean, it's up to 24 to 36 hours to break down food. So if you're constantly eating, then your body is constantly working on the digestive system. But if you intermittent fast and give yourself hours, okay, whether you have an 8-hour window to eat or 6-hour window to eat or 4-hour window to eat, and the time that you're not eating, you're giving the body time to actually heal and work on itself, clean the cells out and things like that. But if you're constantly eating, your body never does that. So intermittent fasting is typically the way we're supposed to eat. You go back into the hunter-gatherers times, you know what I mean? They typically ate one time a day, and they typically didn't eat meat that much because they didn't always catch game. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the biggest thing with intermittent fast is giving your body time to heal itself from not working on the digestive system.
And what kind of so if you're saying intermittent, are you saying a good window is 8 hours? I've heard 16 hours.
Well, when I say good window, that's good window. That's the windows of eating is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So 8 hours. And it's 16 hours.
I mean, I watched John Carter. Let's take John Carter, for example. Like, he's been doing intermittent fasting for the last year, 2, and he's doing a 16-hour window.
Yeah. So I usually, So I usually do like a 16, 18-hour window.
He weighs 175 pounds. He was 300 pounds when we started our Cars Champions. He's 175 pounds now.
Yeah.
He's like, I just been doing intermittent fasting.
Yep.
And it's like, I just kind of, and I don't, I kind of find my window, and he always looked at me. He's like, it's how we consume. Like, I'll tell you right now, like, if there's, for me, it's candy, right?
Yeah.
Sweets. It's kind of one of the things where I can't just eat a quarter of the bag. I can't.
But that's what sugar is, though. Did you know that they put sugar on the, I can't even.
So sugar's not good for you. I'm just
sugar is the worst thing literally the worst thing on the planet. The most addictive and most worst thing you can put in your body. And they put it on the food chart. It's on the food chart now.
Really?
Yes.
But that's not good.
Sugar is not good.
So Ben said, just like becoming single. Oh, Cody says, just like becoming single and winning a trophy, you're just trying to one up yourself. True, Cody. Ben says ballroom dancing would be fun for this area.
It would be.
Ben says,
I'm excited.
When's the best time to fast? And then he goes, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And then Jules says, Rich, lightweight.
Okay. That's Jay. Jay Sags. Jay Sags.
But so on Ben,
the best time to fast is overnight and in the morning. Okay. Just out of again, the first thing I said was, we all know when you eat, you get tired, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just from my experience, because I've always intermittent fast because I was always active, you know what I mean? I would just eat in the evening, by the time my day was over. But if I wake up and I eat, say I wake up and I don't eat my breakfast, but I eat around like 10 or 11 o'clock. My active day is done because I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I don't have the push no more. Every time that I eat, I'm literally done. But if I go and wait to at least after 12 o'clock, at least after 12 o'clock, then I feel okay with it. But usually for me, what I do is I try to eat around either 3 o'clock, start at 3 o'clock, or start around 5 o'clock and then eat for a few hours. Maybe most of the time it's only like 4 hours for me,
So I've been
but the night, of course, you don't eat at night, but the morning is the best time.
so I've been trying to do
fast.
after 7, try not to eat anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Just drink water.
I mean, that's good. Like I said, that's good.
Well, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now, I'm down 11 pounds right now.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it feels weird. I'm tired of wearing extra large shirts because they don't really have anything cool. It really is. To me, it's about clothes.
Up, huh?
I'm thinking about clothes here because if you look, I wear an extra large, right? I can't go get cool shirts anymore. And then if you go to XXX, which I almost got there, I was at 220, shirts. And then you get it to me at 220. You get in these armpits right here. I gotta wear XXX, but then you couldn't. The shirts are so with the XXX. The shirts are so like short and wide.
Yeah.
So exactly. Like you can't get anything that fits you. So for me, I'm going on this weight loss journey, not for mental health, but
well, I mean,
I want a shirt again.
I want a shirt again. That's a good name. I want a shirt again.
But no, I'm that I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah. Like, no, I mean, whatever drives you, that's a good drive.
I miss like being able to buy a nice button down. I mean, and there's people here that are listening that are in the same boat I am, where they're like, I remember when I wore a large. You know what? You get a large shirt, you get some cool shirts. Yeah. Go to any clothing store anywhere. Like, you know what? If I have to get like a nice shirt to go out, I'm in trouble, right? I'm in trouble because a lot, you don't really know in that realm. But if you're at a large or medium, you got good odds.
Yeah.
You got small, medium, large, you got good odds. Anything past that, there's a reason why they add the extra $2 for these shirts. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like seriously, go buy a XXX shirt. I mean, I'll find myself, and I just looked one day and I was like, you know what? I got to lose. Like I'm right now, I'm 205. I think I was like 220, right? So, I mean, that's where I was, 220. I'm 205. My goal is to get to, I want to be right at 185, 180. And then look, I'm back in the game.
That's what's up.
Because like right now, my armpits, they just like, it cuts you, and then you're chafing, right? Yeah. I'm at that weight where it chafes. Oh, I got to bring Gold Bond with me places. You know what I mean? I have to pack Gold Bond. Anybody in this chat ever bring Gold Bond with them? I got it in my minivan.
You got a lot of.
So there's another reason too. I'm tired of buying Gold Bond.
You hit a lot of nerves on that one. Huh?
But
everybody's like, yeah, man. I mean,
come on. I mean, but no, I have, like I'm saying, like there's certain things when you're overweight, which I am 100% overweight. I think my biggest downfall is I love Sour Patch Kids. I love anything sour candy. I'm not a big ice cream guy. Like, so that's not really ever been, but if it is like a Snicker ice cream, right?
Snicker ice cream is pretty good.
Yeah. But I'm not like, I'll drink. Here's another thing I learned too is, I was telling Emily, I'm kind of like, I'm griping now because like I've been eating like drinking water and eating food at night instead of like my Gatorade, and I want Gatorade, but Gatorade's got sugar in it.
Everything has sugar.
So how can I come out like, is there a drink that's actually good?
No, really it's not. It really is not.
And here's another thing. What is this red code age 7 dye or whatever that like my son can't have now? What is that? Have you ever heard of that? Where it's like,
I've heard of it, but I haven't looked into it. I haven't looked into it. I've been doing this for so long, and the things that I eat and how I treat myself is some people may think it's an extreme, but I just really like for the past 2.5 weeks, I only been eating fruit besides today.
How about pineapple? Love pineapple.
I haven't had pineapple.
Is pineapple good to
Yeah.
eat?
Yeah, I haven't had they're good. They're good. They're not bad.
I'll eat a whole pineapple.
Yeah.
So
they're not bad.
So Kiowa says medium is the best for you. So yeah, you should see me this medium. Ben says you miss shopping at Aeropostale. You know I do. Okay, I'm not gonna lie about this. So you're saying I don't eat a lot of fruit.
Mhm.
So what would you say? Like I should. What kind of fruit have you dived into?
Fruit. Lately, what I've been eating is a lot of kiwi, mangoes, oranges, plums, some nectarines, and melons.
Do you feel like people should buy processed fruit boxes or buy it and cut it yourself?
Buy everything that you buy and cut yourself or you cook yourself is always better. I mean, it's even with that, which is scary. All the preservatives and all that stuff it's changing everything. But yeah, get it, cut it yourself, and eat it. Cook it yourself. Get it, cook it yourself, and eat it. But convenience rules everything.
Yeah, well, that's kind of where we started. Me and him start cutting back on fast food just because of work.
Yeah,
quick, get it in. But
All
now,
the time.
look, let me tell you something. Now with people's jobs and nobody really hiring and everything's shorted now. Like you're seeing, if you go to a fast food, it's taking 40 minutes. You know what I mean? So like, and it's kind of making you know what? Maybe we should. Here's the funny thing about that too is like maybe we should spend the 10 minutes and make the sandwiches or pack the lunch.
I mean, you spending that time and you spending that money. I mean, think about it. It's like $30 a day. It's more for most people. You know what I mean? $50 a day to feed your family fast food, or you know what I mean? Like that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, it is hard. But at the end of the day, when a lot of times, you speak with, the older people, you know what I mean? A lot of times they say that, man, I wish I would have took care of my body. And that's one thing that I always said when I first started lifting. When I was in 9th grade, I said, I'm going to lift, but I'm going to make sure that I can play with my daughter and her kids when they're older. You know what I mean? That was always my mindset, was being able to be independent when I'm older.
Oh, I think fast food is going to be like how cool cigarettes were in the 50s. I think our day and age is going to be like, oh, fast food, like it wasn't all smile and joy. Because I mean, I would say like you got cigarettes, you got a lot of these bad habits, but you're seeing a lot of talk about now. It's like, alcohol. You're looking at like, I mean, so let's break this down. Now we got medical marijuana be coming in here.
Shouts out to my boy Winston. He's in the thick of it. He is in the limelight.
So,
right
guys,
now.
we're gonna have medical marijuana. Thank you so much.
Yes.
This is a true this is happening, guys. But you're looking at like alcohol. Alcohol is not good for health. Let's be honest with that.
Yep.
Back in the day, I mean, they prescribed it to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you're gonna look at fast food. It's got all these like under calories. I'm kind of looking at the calories going, they're kind of, how do they really know? You know what I mean? I know they have to have the meter, but how do they really know?
It's not even the calories, it's the sugar, man. It's really the sugar. It's crazy.
I don't even know if I'm eating a real patty.
Yeah, you're not.
Do you know what I mean? Am I
not-
eating a patty?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know.
Yeah, you're not.
We live so much in this everything's processed now.
You go to those factories where they're pre-making these burgers and all that stuff, they will not let you in there.
Really?
Any of those frozen food places, they will not let you in those facilities because it's not being made from food.
So you're saying
not
that
real food.
they're like doing bologna. They're trying to blend everything
It's
together.
synthetic. Everything is synthetic. Everything is made.
You remember remember the movie Good Burger where they were injecting they were injecting the burgers to make them supersize?
Yeah.
And that was their secret.
Yeah,
You think that's
it's not even that. It's not even they're constructing this food.
so we got Jules said the Bridge Expo will take over the coast. First Fitness Expo, hands down, from Louisiana to Florida. Get where you fit in. Hashtag LB S4 LBS. So that's pound for pound. Damn it. The hashtag the Ant Hawthorne. Dominic, you want to hop on this podcast, bro? Dominic, you want to hop on?
Dominic over there hiding.
Hey, Dominic's in here. Tony, Dominic, y'all want to come on? Okay, we got Jacob O'Kee says, Rich.
What up, Jake?
But so Dominic, you sure you don't want to hop on the podcast? He's commenting right now. Like he's commenting. So this is a good topic because like that's where I think like we get more of these expos in, and this is like it's about making the change and bringing awareness. Be honest with you, I mean, because we do live in this thing like the metaverse. Let's just go to the metaverse.
Oh Lord!
So this one movie, and guys, if you've never seen this, you need to check it out. It's called Idiocracy, right? And Dominic, you know that movie, Idiocracy. Luke Wilson. It's about it's got Dax Shep in it. Like I think he went. Luke Wilson went like I don't know how many 100 years into the future. Mm-hmm. He wakes up. Dax is there, there for him, but everybody's on this whole just VR technology gaming, don't like push one button to control the world or whatever. Like everything was just like nothing actually took effort anymore.
Yep.
You're seeing the food. They couldn't water plants. They used Gatorade or what was it called? Dominic, what's it called? The knockoff Gatorade from Brawny. I think it's Brawny.
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
But it's the concept of that. Like you're like seeing that like
it's taking place.
Well, now metaverse is coming. It's like, guess what? You can get a job in the metaverse. And now we're seeing with COVID. Like I told Emily one time, like I was like, babe, like I know we got this like order the food grocery store and they deliver it, and that's coming to my house now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even have to leave.
Yep.
So
but guess what? But guess what? The more technology and the more stuff that we have to do for us, we lose more and more time. We do all this stuff so we can have more time, but we have less and less.
I just feel like we're not really active as much anymore.
Because I mean that's what it is. The things that we get on us, it controls us.
And now we got TikTok. You know what I mean?
TikTok controls everybody.
Well, here's where I think what's going to happen in the metaverse.
I already know where you're going. Yeah.
I think in the metaverse, I have this feeling that you're going to put your VR. Oh, sorry guys. I'm trying to start a band, but you put your VR headset on, right? And you're at home and then you're like in the metaverse. Well, Jordan's hungry and he's in the metaverse. He's going to walk to Taco Bell in the metaverse. He's going to order his food in Taco Bell. Some drone's going to drop it off in front of his house. He's not even going to take the headset off, right?
He's in that world.
He's going to grab that Taco Bell. It's going to appear in his hand as he takes a bite of it. So he doesn't grab the wrong taco, right? And if it's like a Diablo taco, the damn thing's going to be on fire, right? You know what I mean? Like,
you had to be specific.
Yeah, because that's but it's going to be on fire, right? It's going to have flames. And you're like,
all advertisement.
Yeah. And then you can put it down and you're like, you know what? Because so for me being here's the thing too. It's like I'm handicapped and I don't wear leather shoes. I rock retro 4s, right? I love my. I'm gonna go. Jordan's gonna have to go to an event in the metaverse, but you can't get the retro 4s in the metaverse without buying the actual ones. Yep. So Jordan's going to walk to the Nike store in the metaverse, going to pick out the retro 4s, going to drop it off his house. Jordan's going to have them on his feet. Yep. This is how and then it's going to go over. And then
we're going to lose the mind body connection. We're already losing our connection with outside, you know what I mean? With the earth, you know what I mean? We're not out there, but now we're going to lose our connection with our mind and body because you're in this metaverse and you're doing less and less. So the less you do, the uncoordinated you become.
Yeah.
So your mind separates, and that's where mental health come in at, because the mind don't listen to the body and the body don't listen to the mind. And that's where people, that's that static. And that's what people don't know what
But now they got like, I see this all the time now. You got betterhelp.com, free consultation online. You're seeing that kind of, so people like you that are like, we need brick and mortar, we need expos, we need to get people out of the house.
Yeah.
Y'all are rare.
Yeah.
Y'all are rare. And it's sad to say that, like, but because you would see if there was a more profit margin, but everybody's in these big companies now, they're so greedy. So it's like, like I want the whole state of Mississippi. Okay. So it's got to go online.
Yep.
And like, and here's one thing too, is guys, like, you'll never know what a physical weight is if you stay in that online thing. Cause I see a lot of the online fitness, and I'm not an expert fitness person, but if you have to get out, you have to.
Well, it's again, with that connection, the good thing about going to the gym and putting yourself through a workout is because you're literally putting yourself through stress.
Yeah.
The better you get at putting yourself through stress, the easier you can go through stress in your work day today.
Yeah.
People don't know that correlation. That's a real correlation. When you're used to stress physically, whether you outside playing all day in the heat or whether you in the gym working out, that's a physical stress, which builds your mental aspect, your mental fortitude. And you can handle a lot of things in your workforce day to day, dealing with people, that stress because of what you do physically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People don't understand that. That is a direct connection. You see what I'm saying? And the less we do, and the less and the more uncoordinated we get, because when you move, you're learning. You're learning. You're building myelination. Myelination is building the pathways between the neurons of the brain. The less you do, the less you build those neurons, and the more those neurons go cold. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're literally going backwards. The less
Like,
you do.
I like endorphins.
Yeah, I mean, you can say endorphins. But
No, I mean, I'm saying if I do like I do cardio.
Okay. You
so it's like
endorphins.
I like the feeling of like the I don't run, but the runner, that feeling.
Yeah, that
like,
one is high.
And I put got my Odessa on. You know what I mean? I'm in the zone. Like, but like the first 10 minutes, like, oh, why am I doing this? 15 minutes is like, and then I'm like, what can I do today? And
that's a real thing.
I don't even need an energy drink,
but
once that kicks. And also I see stuff like, this would be the first year we're going to have our Mardi Gras. We're going to be on a float again. and to me, like, just being in that float with my friends, sharing just, a small, don't even have to have like a full 2-hour conversation, but just being a part of it, real things. And I mean, to me, that's definitely mental health. Like,
that's doing things. Or how can I put it? Our senses, what people don't understand, our senses are our memories, and if you stop allowing the senses to be exposed to different things, then your memory starts to dial back, and people don't understand that either. You know what I mean? So you got to get used to, that encounter with, with people or with different things, because it's hand in hand.
Yeah.
This is something this is my life work is that hand in hand, the mind and body. I mean, like, it's so much. It's so.
I can feel your
so
energy
direct.
right now. It's good. It's good.
People like that when I start.
I hope everybody listening right now is feeling it too.
It's so in your face, but nobody can see it. You know what I mean? They try to wonder how they can fix it or what's really going on, but it's literally that easy. Doing is learning. Doing is growing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's anything, literally. Myelination is the physical act of learning, okay, and being created. And the mental aspect of that is imagination. So the more you do something, okay, and you get good at that thing, you start to get ideas and imagination, because you be like, oh, I did this over and over and over, so I know I can leave this, not even go to this is A here, and I can leave this, go around here and skip B, because I done this and I know this is going to be the outcome. You start to learn. So when you start to do things physical and build that myelination, you start building imagination, because you're learning, and you can skip things and do other things and do it faster in a physical form. So that's what we're losing. That's what our kids have lost. You know what I mean? Because they're not outside every day doing these things. And we look at them like, you know, we don't say this, but you're like, are you stupid? I mean, it's do this, you know what I mean? But they can't see it because they haven't been physical. They haven't been physical at their young age. You know what I mean? Because they haven't learned, you know, going outside and playing tag and how to, you know, move around and all that. They're learning, they're physically learning. So you're learning from A to B, and you're learning how to skip B and get to C, you know, by doing, and that imagination grow. You see what I'm saying? That's why schools are so outdated, is because they're not being physical. You know, they took recess away and breaks away. You see what I'm saying? And they can't learn, you know what I mean? They can't learn as fast because they're not experiencing movement or experiencing physically doing what they're need to be learning. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like trades.
Let's go into so Dominic says Ready Player One, that's for sure. So Ryan Gibbons says being able to do those things without your phone in your hand while doing them. That's true, Ryan. So we're close to an hour, but the Expo, drop the date on Expo.
The Expo is June 11th, 2022.
And how can they sign up if they want to be a vendor?
You can go to our website. It's thebridgeexpo.com. And you go down into sponsors and more information, and you'll see all the sponsor options and all the vendor options there, and you get to read. You
said the Bridge Expo?
thebridgeexpo.com.
Okay.
So
.com will work.
It's .com.
Okay, .com.
What was getting ready to say? You get to read a little bit more about the Expo, see some of the things we're getting ready to do. The website just got up, so we got a lot more to put on there. But check it out, see what you think, and come see us. It's going to be a great time. Again, this is something that the coast is not familiar with, you know what I mean? And we need to get outside of we do need to get outside of our box and actually witness, you know, something different. You know what I mean? I'm all about stepping into my fear. You know what I mean? Yeah. I sold my gym and I took off and went to Alaska. You know what I mean? Like I drove across country by myself. You know what I mean? And doing all that, I enjoy that because I know I'm learning. I'm growing. You know what I mean? It's stressful. You know what I mean? It's scary, but at the same time, I'm learning and I'm building myself up in different ways. You know what I mean? Not everybody can do that, but the things that you're afraid of are typically the things that you're supposed to be destined to be great at. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, because the biggest fear in life is really succeeding. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people have a lot of things that they want to do, but they're scared. They're scared of what other people may think, or they're scared that, you know, it's going to be hard. Yeah, it's going to be hard because it's something you really want to do. You know what I mean? So, you know, get outside your comfort zone. Come see us. And I know you're going to have a great time, and your mind is going to be opening up to something different.
All right. Well, Richard, I appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you having me.
Dominic and Tony, I'm glad y'all came by, and we're a big support. They're helping you put this on too.
Oh yeah.
So you got the whole family.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, if you hit Richard up, you have any questions, the website's on there. Y'all have a great night, and honestly, make small steps to get healthy.
Exactly.
Y'all take care.
Later.